Hey, welcome back to another episode. My name is Alfred. For those who don't know me, for those who are tuning in for the first time, welcome to Upside Down. So basically, I just do random videos all talking about experiences, share experiences from books, from my personal lessons, from what I'm reading right now. And today I'd like to start with a story of a young man who came from a village in Ukraine. He wasn't born with an abundant wealth, but his struggling family, came to move to California when he was young, and they were unable to make ends meet in Ukraine. When in California, he started to read more about computers, and whenever he got time, he started to develop interest. And by the age of 18, he had some brilliant skills about computing skills. In 1997, he joined Yahoo team as an infrastructure engineer. And it's important to remember that he taught himself all this and turned into a hobby, hoping that one day he could be successful. So he stayed with Yahoo for about 10 years before he started to notice the boom of the app industry in 2009. So what did he do? He took a leap of faith and just used his knowledge and experience to launch WhatsApp. Within a few years, in 2014, WhatsApp became one of the most popular social media applications in the world, and soon Facebook purchased it for about 19 billion. His name is Jan Koum. I know many of you don't know him, but I'm just telling you this story because he was able to make most of his circumstances. He did not have a father's income or a family money to back on, but instead he studied and pursued his passion, and his hard work paid off. So why am I telling you this story? Well, it's a dream of any business person to be successful. Any entrepreneur who is starting a company, it's a dream of every person to be successful. But we all know that the journey is up and down, and entrepreneurship is basically a journey that all of us must accept or be ready to take on. And I felt that it's so important to share what is one of the sort of biggest pitfalls that we face, or one of the biggest pitfalls I've seen talking to many people who are doing startups, who are doing experience in terms of their business. My conclusion is, from talking to these people, is one of the biggest mistakes that is not done deliberately, and I must underline this word, that it's not done deliberately, is every startup person or engineer is trying to do everything by themselves, and it's not deliberate. Why? Because we're all trying to save up and work with the little resources that we have, but that really comes down and it really hurts us a lot. When you do everything by yourself, you tend to make classic mistakes. Just because, for example, you're an engineer, you might not know how to balance your books. Either you might not know how to price your product. You might not know how to file taxes. In fact, I'll just tell you a story of myself. And one of the mistakes that I've always been making is not deliberately, is basically just not being able to file taxes correctly. Maybe when you're entering one thing on the wrong column here and there, and you end up getting penalties. And it's not that you're trying to evade tax, you're actually trying to file tax, but you're doing the wrong thing. And it all boils down to, we're trying to save the little resources that we have. You can't hire an accountant, you can't do this, you probably couldn't hire a legal person here and there. Yes, it's a big frustration. So what do you do? I mean, how do you approach trying to tackle this problem? And I feel like your answer is in your hands. Use your network. That's the basic way around it. And a lot of us try to run this journey alone. It's almost like being a marathon runner and trying to run the race alone. Yet you have many friends who are cheering you on, who can support you, who can be your pacemaker, who can be your coach, and actually they can accompany you in this journey and be your mentor. And that's the biggest mistake that we do make in this journey. I'm reminded of one of the greatest marathoners, basically, who is Eliud Kipchoge. In fact, he just won another marathon this weekend and broke his own world record. And he said running alone is pointless to him. Instead, he prefers running and training with friends because that's what makes running enjoyable to him. So you can imagine if you can utilize the people around you. Let's give an example. If you have a lawyer who can be able to go through your contracts for free, and you can even have friends who are always mentoring, and not even necessarily mentoring you. The thing that they can be able to do is actually you are able to bounce off ideas to them. You're able to bounce off frustrations to them, because one of the things is because entrepreneurship can be lonely. And I feel like we go through so much that you can even have a mental breakdown, especially when there's critical times where it's very, very tough. And I encourage a lot of people, and I encourage you as well, that just have people around you who you can be able to ask questions, whether it's your lawyer. In fact, I remember one of my friends used to say that people that you should have around you are a lawyer, accountant, and it's just basically supplementing the skills that you don't have. If you're able to have these people, then I can assure you, you will find yourself not doing everything, and you can be able to focus your energy on what you are good at. Because we tend to because you get distracted by trying to do everything, you have no time to think, and because you have no time to think, then you are unable to actually improve your business. Then you just get into this cycle where you are in a pilot mode, or kind of just autopilot mode, and you're unable to do things. So I would encourage you, as a summary to this, is just use your network. Don't try to to do things all by yourself, because I can assure you it is the number one mistake, and to actually kill your business. Yeah, so that's the point that I really wanted to pass on this quick video. Happy to hear your comments, and as always, I'm just very, very grateful for people that watch these videos and give me comments, send me messages, and I'll be trying to do videos at least once or twice a week, just sharing anything and everything whenever I get time. Till then, take care of yourself. Cheers, bye.